Hello, we're off for another walk today. Off in the bush today. It makes me reflect a little bit, and so I wanted to talk about a few specific things that have been rattling around in my head lately, and I'll show you a little bit of the Australian bush as I do it. So I'm in the northern New South Wales, the very top end of the New England tableland at Rock National Park, and just exploring some of the area up here. Now, you may have noticed by now that I do enjoy wandering around in the bush. No real secret or surprise. Whenever I get the chance, I like to get out here. I enjoy it. I enjoy these peaceful surroundings, and it doesn't really matter where I am. You know, some people come and walk in these places because they love the scenery. They love things like waterfalls, views off mountains, all that stuff. I like those things too. I think they're good. But it's not the reason I come. Some people come out here into the bush to experience something more primitive, something more wild, I guess, and maybe reconnect with some element of perhaps where we've come from previously, or the way our ancestors might have lived. And I can understand that. I think it's good. But again, that's not the reason I come out here. And then there's also people that come out here looking to find something in themselves that they can't find elsewhere. They're looking for a change, or they're looking for some level of peace. And again, I accept that, I understand it. But it's not why I come here. The reason why I come here is by and large just because this is where I feel like I belong. And this feels like home for me. That doesn't mean I want to run off and live in the bush and be a primitive or whatever. I enjoy living in my modern life. I like having a house, I like having a car. I love being able to go to the fridge and getting out fresh food and not getting sick. You know, I'm not knocking all of those things. But I come out here because, quite simply, this just feels like the right place to be. And I don't have to see a glorious view off a mountain. I'm just walking down a fire trail here right now, and it's fine. I'm completely happy with that. Now I've got my camera, happy to take a few snapshots, wander around, we'll see what we can find. I make these videos so I can share some of this stuff with you guys, but ultimately that's why I'm here. Now, a lot of people doing YouTube videos don't quite look like me. They get dressed up in all sorts of fancy gear. They've got all the hiking stuff. They've got all the expensive gear. And they're doing probably longer, harder walks than me in a lot of cases. Because let's not deny it for a second. I'm overweight, I'm out of shape. But it's not the end of the world, is it? You know, because it doesn't matter what your level of fitness is. You can still do this. You can still have this in your life, and it's okay. You know, it's if you can walk 100 metres, you can go for a walk in the bush. I can do more than 100. I'm okay. But if that's all you could do, it's all right. There's always a level at which you can start this. There's always a level at which you can come and enjoy and participate. And it's a fact. I get overtaken a lot when I'm walking trails by people who are fitter than me and who move a lot faster than me. And that's okay. I don't mind. The fact is, I'm often just prowling around looking at things anyway. And I'm looking for... Here's something. Look at these beautiful little mushrooms. Aren't they glorious? If I was moving at a fast pace, I wouldn't see that. And that's often the case. I see a lot more because I move at a slower pace. And I'm not saying that's an advantage or a disadvantage, but it's just simply the way I work. And so I think from that point of view, being fitter would allow me to travel more distance, or allow me to travel distance faster, but it doesn't actually change my experience. Now we go back to where I started this conversation, is telling you a little bit about why I come here. It's because this is where I feel comfortable. Have a look at that. That ant's nest is a beauty. Look at how they built that up. It feels right for me to be here. And it feels right for me to operate at the pace that I operate at. And that doesn't mean that I'm not trying to improve my fitness, or that I don't want to be fitter. I am actively trying this year to build my fitness so that I can do more, and that I can improve my capacity. And I'll keep working on that for sure. But at the same time, there's no reason to wait before I come out and be in the bush and experience this. That way I can be out here and I can reap all the benefits of being out here. I can relax, I can feel good, I can be happy, and I should pay some attention to where I'm pointing the camera. And I don't have to go any faster than this. Now I'm walking down a hill. I'm going to have to come back up the hill. And it's going to be hard work for me. I'm going to huff and puff a lot. But it still doesn't stop me. You know, just being a bigger person just means I've got to walk a bit slower. It means that I've got to carry a bit more water with me. Because I get thirsty. I go through and I sweat a lot more. You know, there are some things that I change to help me to manage being on the bigger side, but it doesn't stop me, and it's never stopped me. I was 20 kilos heavier than this, and I would still go out in the bush. I'll lose more weight and continue building up that fitness, but it won't change my enjoyment of the bush. It'll make it easier for my body, but I don't let it stop me now. You know, it's never a case that I stay home and can't be bothered to go out and do it because it's going to cost me energy. It's always a case that the cost of the energy and the cost of the activity and even a bit of soreness and stiffness and whatever, it's all still worth it because of what I said in the first place. I feel comfortable here. I feel like this is where I belong. Bushwalking is for everyone who wants to do bushwalking. Spending time in the bush is for everyone who wants to be in the bush. Not everyone does, and that's fine. And I wouldn't prescribe it as a cure-all. It's not. But if you're a person who enjoys it and you get something out of it, then you should certainly never hold back because your fitness isn't great, or maybe you're carrying some extra weight, or whatever it is. We're all getting older. We've all got something wrong with this, one way or another. Just ask Jayne, she'll tell you all the things wrong with me. But oh, look at that beautiful tree. She's a cracker. There's a place you can start. And once you start, then you can build on that and keep going. For years, I kept putting off doing camping trips because I felt like I needed to be fitter, or I needed some other element to be right. You know, I was too busy, it was too hot, it was too cold, I didn't have the right gear, whatever. You know, there's a lot of things you can say to yourself to put things off, but there's no need. So what I do differently now is I make that the priority. I need to get out here and do this. I need to make time to come out and have these trips, to walk in the bush, You camp in the bush, prowl around in the early morning, the late evening, looking for things. Just experiencing what this great country has to offer. Look at these funguses. I love walking around after the rain. You see so many cool things. Anyway, that's what I had to say for today. I hope the video was interesting to you. And if you'd like to carry on the conversation, you can do so in the comment section below. I'm always interested to hear what you've got to say. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.